basting the turkey when I heard it. The window in the kitchen was cracked open just an inch to let some of the heat out. The scent of rosemary and garlic filled the room, but something else slipped in too, something colder. From the backyard, voices drifted inside. "I can't believe we're stuck with him for Christmas," my wife said, her voice sharp and low. My hands froze mid-motion. Her mother answered, "Just until he covers the renovation costs." Then my wife laughed, a sound that used to warm me, but now cut deep. "I'm planning to take his half, too." I closed the window silently, sealing the moment in like a secret I never wanted to know. Then I went back to mashing the potatoes, acting as if nothing had changed. At dinner, I served her plate with a smile, poured the wine, played the part of a man too blind to see betrayal. 3 days. That's all I needed. The house, we bought it last year, with my end-of-year bonus. I made sure both our names were on the deed because I thought marriage meant building something together, a future rooted in trust. She wanted everything: the open-concept kitchen, the skylights, the walk-in pantry. I gave it all to her. I worked late, juggled stress and debt to make it happen. She filled the house with decorations and filters, staged it for likes and admiration. It was perfect for pictures, for pretending. I really believed we were growing into something solid. But looking back now, the cracks were everywhere. She touched me less, kissed me like she was crossing a chore off a list. Always visiting her mother instead of coming home. Always giggling at her phone but never at anything I said. She told me we were just going through a phase and needed space. That night, watching her slice into the Christmas ham, I realized she was carving me out of our life, piece by piece. I didn't say anything. Confronting her would only hand her the advantage. She'd cry, manipulate, spin it all to make me the villain. I knew how she worked, so I stayed quiet, smiled, played along. I woke early, made breakfast, shoveled snow, kept the driveway spotless. Pretended like everything was fine while her mother watched with that smug expression, pearls and all. And while they laughed and posed for pictures, I got to work. Late at night, while she slept with her back to me like I wasn't even there, I started gathering everything. Bank statements. Her messages, synced to our shared laptop. Photos from her so-called yoga retreats, some of which looked a lot like expensive hotel rooms. One had a champagne glass in frame. I zoomed in. A man's arm. Not mine. I sent everything to my lawyer, the one I quietly hired in November after I noticed the strange withdrawals. Sure, the house was in both our names, but the renovation money came from my inheritance. A separate account. Not joint funds. Documented.
Clean.
I had proof.
And time.
On the morning of December 27th, I told her we needed to sit down with the contractor, said it was time to finalize the payment. She agreed, cheerful as always. But when the day came, it wasn't her who walked through the door. It was a lawyer, documents in hand. We weren't talking home renovations anymore. We were talking divorce. Her face shifted. First confusion, then anger, then fear. I had filed behind the scenes. No warning. An emergency hearing was already on the calendar. A court order froze everything. The house, the finances. She couldn't sell, refinance, or so much as open a drawer without my consent. And that was just the start. I had followed the trail of money she discreetly moved from our joint account, uncovered her secret stash, and traced that to payments made to a man named Brent. Not a cousin. Not even close. Brent was her partner in deception. But the prenuptial agreement, yes, she signed one, had a clause. Infidelity and financial misconduct meant she forfeited all rights to support and shared assets. My lawyer read that part to her slowly. She tried to cry her way out. Then she shouted. Then she threatened to destroy my name online. But I had receipts, literal ones. Screenshots, voice memos, even a grainy clip from my phone of a moment they thought no one saw. I had more than enough. The next day, she returned to a home that no longer welcomed her.
Her clothes were gone.
Her name vanished from every account. Locks changed, security reset, all within the law. Her mother called me heartless. I offered her some tea.
She refused.
I smiled. Now the house is still. The porch lights remain up, but the rooms feel more open. Not because she's gone, but because everything is mine again. I kept the kitchen, the skylights, the pantry I built. She walked away with nothing, except the social media followers. I let her have those. Let her post cryptic quotes about pain and fresh starts. But she never told them what really happened. Because deep down, she knows. She didn't just lose a marriage. She lost the one person who truly saw her, gave her everything, and was willing to build a life with her. And she threw it away.
I didn't need to yell. Didn't lie. Didn't cheat.
I just listened, planned, and let the truth do the rest. Justice, served ice cold. That's the thing about betrayal. It doesn't destroy you. It snaps you awake. And once you're awake, you realize you don't need revenge. Just clarity. And a locked door.